Leadership has to be learned, ladies and gentlemen. Leadership is not something we are born with, it is something we must learn, practice, and earn every single day. So many people believe that leaders are born, that some people just have it. But the truth is, leadership is a skill. Just like playing an instrument, building a business, or becoming an athlete, it takes time, effort, and experience. Leadership is often misunderstood as a trait, that people are simply born with a natural charisma or authority that only a few possess. But this is a myth. Leadership is not an inherited gift. It is a skill that anyone can learn, develop, and master over time. Just like someone learns to play the piano or speak a new language, leadership requires deliberate effort, practice, and the willingness to grow. It starts with a mindset shift, realizing that becoming a leader is a journey, not a title. It involves learning how to manage people, how to make difficult decisions, how to listen actively, and how to stay calm in moments of crisis. These are not natural instincts, they are acquired abilities. Some may pick them up faster than others, but no one is born with all the answers. The most powerful leaders in the world didn't start out as experts, they committed themselves to learning the art of leadership every day. They read, observed, asked questions, failed, and tried again. Leadership is a craft, not a crown. It belongs to those who are willing to learn it. And the sooner we accept this truth, the sooner we begin our journey to becoming great leaders. Leadership is often misunderstood as a trait, that people are simply born with a natural charisma or authority that only a few possess. But this is a myth. Leadership is not an inherited gift. It is a skill that anyone can learn, develop, and master over time. Just like someone learns to play the piano or speak a new language, leadership requires deliberate effort, practice, and the willingness to grow. It starts with a mindset shift, realizing that becoming a leader is a journey, not a title. It involves learning how to manage people, how to make difficult decisions, how to listen actively, and how to stay calm in moments of crisis. These are not natural instincts, they are acquired abilities. Some may pick them up faster than others, but no one is born with all the answers. The most powerful leaders in the world didn't start out as experts, they committed themselves to learning the art of leadership every day. They read, observed, asked questions, failed, and tried again. Leadership is a craft, not a crown. It belongs to those who are willing to learn it. And the sooner we accept this truth, the sooner we begin our journey to becoming great leaders. Leadership doesn't happen overnight. It evolves through experiences, both good and bad. Every obstacle, failure, and success contributes to shaping a leader's mindset, character, and ability to guide others. Experience teaches lessons that no textbook can. It reveals how people respond under pressure, how teams work through conflict, and how to make decisions when the outcome is uncertain. Leaders grow stronger when they step into uncomfortable situations, when they take risks, and when they reflect on what went wrong. It's through these moments that leadership truly develops. Great leaders are not the ones who never fail, they're the ones who learn the most from failure. Each experience builds emotional strength, patience, and a deeper understanding of people. Over time, leaders become more confident, not because they know everything, but because they've been through enough to handle anything. Experience also teaches humility. It reminds leaders that they don't have all the answers and that learning never stops. The path to leadership is not paved with perfection, but with persistence. Every moment, every mistake, every success becomes a stepping stone in the journey. That's why leadership can't be faked or fast-tracked. It must be lived and earned through real human experience. Communication is one of the most essential traits of effective leadership, and it's something that must be learned, not assumed. Many people think that being a leader simply means giving powerful speeches or issuing commands, but true communication goes much deeper. It involves listening, understanding, and connecting. Great leaders learn how to listen first, really listen, not just to words, but to emotions, concerns, and the unspoken needs of their team. They understand that communication is not about dominating the conversation, but about building trust and clarity. They also learn how to express their ideas in a way that inspires action, aligns teams, and reduces confusion. This includes tone, body language, and emotional awareness, which are all skills that develop over time. Miscommunication can break a team, but clear, honest, and empathetic communication can build one. Leaders learn how to adjust their message based on who they're speaking to, how to give feedback without crushing morale, and how to speak the truth even when it's uncomfortable. These are not natural talents. They are learned through trial, error, and intention. The better a leader gets at communicating, the more effectively they can guide others, resolve conflict, and build a culture where people feel heard and valued. Before anyone can effectively lead others, they must first learn to lead themselves. Self-discipline is the foundation of true leadership. It means having the ability to stay focused, control emotions, and make consistent decisions, even when it's hard. Great leaders don't rely on motivation alone. They rely on habits, routines, and personal responsibility. They understand that others are watching, and so they strive to set an example in how they work, how they speak, and how they carry themselves. This level of control doesn't come naturally. It's something that must be developed over time. It starts with small decisions, waking up on time, following through on promises, staying calm under stress, and resisting distractions. These daily practices shape a person's character. When a leader has self-discipline, it creates trust. People are more likely to follow someone who is consistent, reliable, and in control. On the other hand, a leader who can't manage their own actions will struggle to manage a team. Self-leadership is not about being perfect, but about being accountable. It's a lifelong process of growth, reflection, and adjustment. Only those who are willing to take full responsibility for themselves are truly ready to take on the responsibility of leading others. Emotional intelligence is a critical part of leadership, and it's something that must be learned and developed with time and intention. It's not enough for a leader to be smart or skilled. If they can't understand and manage emotions, both their own and others, they will struggle to lead effectively. Emotional intelligence involves self-awareness, empathy, emotional regulation, and social skills. Leaders with emotional intelligence can sense when their team is stressed, discouraged, or motivated, and they respond with understanding rather than judgment. They stay calm in tense situations, listen without reacting impulsively, and create a sense of psychological safety around them. This kind of leadership builds trust and loyalty. It encourages open communication and reduces conflicts before they escalate. But emotional intelligence isn't something we're born with. It grows through experiences, mistakes, and the willingness to reflect and improve. Leaders learn to recognize their emotional triggers, understand the emotions of those around them, and respond with care and clarity. Developing this emotional skill set allows leaders to connect with their teams on a human level, making people feel valued and understood. Ultimately, emotional intelligence transforms leadership from a position of control into a relationship of influence and inspiration. It's a skill that must be learned and mastered. True leadership is not about holding a position of power or being in control. It's about serving others. This mindset doesn't come naturally to everyone, especially in a world that often equates leadership with authority, status, and recognition. But the most respected and effective leaders understand that leadership is a responsibility, not a reward. It's about putting the needs of the team before personal gain, making decisions that benefit others, and being willing to do the hard work behind the scenes. This servant-leader mindset must be learned over time. It requires humility, the ability to admit mistakes, to seek input, and to never place oneself above the people being led. Leaders who serve create stronger, more loyal teams because people feel valued, supported, and understood. They don't demand respect. They earn it through their actions, empathy, and consistency. This kind of leadership is about lifting others up, creating opportunities for growth, and helping people succeed, even if it means sacrificing credit or comfort. Learning to serve as a leader takes maturity and intention. It challenges the ego and strengthens the heart. In the end, the most powerful leaders are not those who stand above others, but those who choose to stand beside them.